It'll be Drew Schwartz and Cole Sweska back deep for Decorah. Thomas Foy will kick off from left to right at the 40-yard line. Really not much of a breeze, if any at all, as we look out on Viking Stadium on what is a warm, humid night. A couple of kids with some pretty good wheels back deep. Cole Sweska and Drew Schwartz, they stand inside the 10-yard line. Foy has the football teed up in the center of the field as we're about ready to go here in 2012. Foy has the okay from the referee, Gary Christensen, the kick, and we are underway. Down to the far sideline at the hash mark. It's Sweska. He bobbles it at the 5, picks it up at the 7, runs to the 10, bounces right to the 15, and gets tackled right there. Bringing him down right away was Bryce Miller. Cole Sweska, a return of 8, 1st and 10 from that point for Decorah.
Well, not the way you want to start a kick return to start the game. We muffed the ball. We didn't field it cleanly. It went down, and we had to pick it up off the ground, and that just broke everything down, so we got bad field position to start the game.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. To the left side, Brett Johnson. To the right side, Drew Schwartz. Split backs with Johansson and Jewell. Wing back left is Peter. There's the give off the left side to Josie Jewell. Not much doing there. He is cut down immediately, actually. That was Holt Johansson up the middle, and he was cut down by Caleb Stack right at the 15-yard line. Loss of a little second, a little more than 10.
Tried to run off the quick side there, guys, and there wasn't a whole lot of room to operate there. Really good job up front by Waverly to move our guys back in the backfield. Holt had no opportunity there to run.
Vikes moving right to left, 2nd and 10 from the 15. Split backs with Johansson and Jewell. Split left, Edie. Split right is Schwartz. Wing back left is Peter. Qualley takes, gives on a sweep to the left side. Johansson turns upfield to the 15, to the 20, runs up the middle and gets tripped up by Daniel Stensland to the 30-yard line. A 1st down, gain of 15 for Holt Johansson.
A lot of running room on a little type of sweep to Johansson, running from right to left, and there was a good stovepipe straight up the field that he attacked and made a nice gain.
1st and 10, football in the center of the field at the 30-yard line. To the far right side will be Peter. To the left side is Schwartz. Wing back left is Schwartz. Short drop. Qualley throws the right side, going for Peter, and he makes the catch, diving at the 35-yard line. Tagged down there by Brant Stewart. A gain of 5 on the first passing play of the season.
Well, Qualley, just a simple 2-step drop there, just an outplay to Peter. Really a good job there by Michael to go down and get the ball at the point of the ball where it was getting to the ground, and really did a nice job laying out for the football as well to pick up 5 yards.
Johnson split to the left side. Everybody else in tight. Wing back left is Schwartz. Split backs with Jewell and Johansson. Qualley under his center. Peter Kephart takes the snap, gives up the middle to Josie Jewell, his first carry of the season. He tries to bounce it to the right side. Broke the tackle of Alex Moore, but was finished off by Tanner Hanks near the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of 0, 3rd and 5.
Well, Josie was hit right at the point of attack, right? Pretty good. I don't know the number, but he was hit right at the line of scrimmage. He tried to bounce it to his right. Good pursuit by the Go Hawks and no gain.
2 minutes into the game, no score. 3rd and 5 from the Decorah 35. To the right side, Edie. Split backs, Jewell and Johansson. Wing right is Schwartz. Tight end left is Peter. Qualley takes on a wing back sweep to Schwartz. Looks to turn upfield. He gets across the 35. Lunges ahead to the 40. It appears he will have the 1st down. He was brought down by Wes McDonald. Just got enough help up front to make the play.
Well, as a sweep play off the wingback position, ran behind Osley and Hovden there, as well as Michael Peter on that power side. They open up, as Darren mentioned, just enough of a crease up front for Schwartz to run through, and a good tough run there to gain an extra yard by Schwartz as well. 1st
and 10 from the 40-yard line. Zach Schuller to the right side, wing back right is Schwartz. He'll go in motion left. Split backs in the backfield, and Waverly jumps into the neutral zone. It appeared to be Caleb Stack, the nose guard, who jumped into the neutral zone. Was he drawn off? The officiating crew, led by veteran official Gary Christensen, says no. Encroachment, Waverly Shell Rock.
Well, I believe, Darren, they made contact with Kephart there. Stack made contact with Kephart, and a good job there by Decorah to know what the snap count was. Didn't know if that was a hard count or not, but
1st and 5 from the 45-yard line. 3 minutes into the game, no score. To the right side is Schaller. Wing back right is Schwartz. Goes in motion left. Split backs Jewell and Johansson. Qualley takes, gives to Josie left side. Finds a crease. Flag down. Josie lunges ahead to the 50-yard line. Brought down near the near side hash mark. Flag came from the umpire in the area of holding. Bryce Miller had the stop.
Well, not a big hole, but Jewell exploited it as best he could by just good hard running and keeping the knees up and moving and trying to wiggle through, but there's an offensive hold.
And it apparently was an illegal hole. So 1st and 15 back to the 35-yard line in Decorah territory. Football in the middle of the field as the Vikes move right to left. We're scoreless with 9:06 to play here in the first quarter. Brett Johnson brings in the play from the near sideline. Hillsby split to the near side left. Wing back left is Schwartz. Tight end right is Peter. Split backs with Holt Johansson and Josie Jewell. Under center is Jake Qualley. Surveys the defense, and Schwartz in motion. Gives it to him on a wingback sweep. Bouncing right to the outside. Runs to the 35 to the 40. Lowers the shoulder and gets out to the 44-yard line. Grant Seward, the primary defender. He got 9, and good vision on the play by Drew Schwartz as well.
Yeah, the play was designed to be cut up a little bit. It was that same sweep play that they ran to get the first down on that 3rd and 5 previously, and Schwartz, as Darren mentioned, did an outstanding job to find some real estate to run in, and did a good job there as well. Once again, to lower his shoulder to get some extra yards after contact.
So 1st down and 10, or 2nd and 6, I should say, from the 44-yard line. I formation in the backfield. Wing left to Schwartz. Give is to Josie. Runs into a crowd left side, and Josie gets brought down right near the line of scrimmage. Obviously, they're keying on Jewell, and Josie brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The linebackers, the primary defenders, Bryce Miller and Wes McDonald's. 3rd down for Decorah.
There was no push at all by our offensive line at the point of attack. Again, Jewell was stood up right in the hole and never was able to even wiggle at all, with additional help coming after the initial hit, so no gain.
7:36 to play first quarter, no score. 3rd and 5 from the 45-yard line. Receivers left and right. Split backs with Jewell and Johansson. Qualley takes the snap, drops back to throw, has time, scrambles to his left, sets his feet, fires downfield, going for Peter. The ball was broken up, incomplete. Nathan Stagel, the coverage on Peter on the near side numbers at the 30-yard line. It's 4th down.
Well, kind of a busted play, guys. He had Peter open initially down the field. Kind of had a little bit of a rush there. I think that kind of threw him off concentration-wise, but did a good job to escape the first tackler there and stepped up into the pocket, just threw it a bit high, but good coverage there by Stagel as well to get on Peter.
So on in punt formation, James Osley. The center is Peter Kephart. Snap back in good shape. He'll move forward, get the kick away. Tanner Hanks is the primary deep back. Osley bounces it at the 15. Hanks bobbles it at the 10, picks it up at the 9, runs up the sideline, and Kephart brings him out of bounds at the 12-yard line. So good directional punt that time by Osley. A 46-yard punt and a return of 3, so Waverly Shell Rock has the football for the first time with 7:09 to play here in the first quarter of a scoreless game.
Well, Darren called it right. Directional punt, meaning that our punter, Osley, pinned their receiver inside the numbers and the side boundary line, so there wasn't a lot of running room, but to come straight up. He did avoid the first would-be tackler, but the second Decorah guy put him down.
Go Hawks out in the pistol. Jake Vilke, the sophomore quarterback, takes the snap, bobbles the snap out of the pistol. It's loose near the end zone, and Garrick Willis gets back on top of it at the 2-yard line. It ends up being a loss of 7, but it could have been a heck of a lot worse for the Go Hawks.
Well, it wasn't really a high snap. It was right to Vilke, and similar to kind of what Cole Sweska had there, he kind of just took his eye off the ball, it looked like, and I think Jewell was there, guys. It looked like he had his hands on the football, just couldn't corral it. Little slippery pigskin out there, I'm sure, with the humidity. But nonetheless, negative play off first down for the Go Hawks.
2nd and 20 for the Go Hawks from the 2. Velke in the pistol. Miller to his left, double wing set. And a split receiver to the left side. Velke takes the snap, quarterback draw, running up the middle, tripped up near the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward to the 6 at the far side hash mark, brought down there by Andy Hovden. It's a gain of 4, but 3rd and a long ways for the Go Hawks.
Well, it was a quarterback draw out of the, whatever you want to call the formation.
Pistol, yeah.
Short punt, pistol, shotgun. Quarterback just stepped back like he was going to pass the ball, and they tried to split the nose guard and tackle, and Velke for about a 4-yard gain.
Halfway point, first quarter, no score. 3rd and 16 from the 6 as the Go Hawks move left to right. Double wing set, pistol set. Velke takes the snap, quarterback draw, running to the left side, gets hit by Andy Hovden, and breakdown between the numbers and the hash marks on the far side at the 5-yard line. A loss of a yard. 3 and out from the Decorah defense.
Great job there by Andy Hovden as that right nose tackle position. Did an outstanding job to just stay in his lane. Wasn't faked out. Velke tried the misdirection there, but Hovden stayed at home. Really made a nice sure-handed tackle on the play.
Thomas Foy on in punt formation with Jewell and Brett Johnson back deep, standing inside the Decorah 40-yard line. Snap back in good shape, no pressure, gets the kick away. It's a short cuck. Josie catches it at the 33, runs ahead to the 30, runs to his right, 25, 20, far sideline, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Josie Jewell, a 33-yard punt return for a score. The Viking special teams gets the first points of 2012.
Well, it was a short punt and not very high, so Josie caught it cleanly, went to his right. Honestly, there was not one body on the ground in the whole play. All 11 blue shirts were still up, and all 11 white shirts were still up.
Josh Lee was 46 of 48 on the PATs last year. Bryce Pierce is the holder, and Peter Kephart is the short snapper. The swinging gate on the left hash mark moves to the center of the field. Lines are now down. Snap, spot, kick. It is up, and it is good. So Decorah on the board first via the special teams. Josie Jewell, a 33-yard punt return. Vikings up 7-0 with 5:07 to play here in the first quarter. This for Dick Kubler and Troy Whitehill with Edward Jones Investment. Well, if you were taking bets on the first score that Josie Jewell would have this year, probably not a lot of people would have had a punt return, but 33 yards and a score for Decorah, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Vikings. And, John, you always talk about making those special teams special, and Decorah did it right there.
Yeah, I want to give credit to Josh Eady, even though he didn't knock somebody down. I believe it was the last line of defense there, and he made a nice block on the edge to stave off that last would-be tackler there for Josie. But give Josie credit, too. He didn't dance around when he caught the punt. He just got his shoulders north and south and really did a nice job just finding a crease and exploiting that crease.
And Josh Lee, who put about a third of his kicks last year into the end zone, will kick off from right to left. Nathan Stagel and Daniel Stensland standing inside the 5-yard line for Waverly Shell Rock. Stagel will be on the far side hash mark, and Stensland will be on the near side hash mark. Josh Lee has the okay from Gary Christensen, the referee. Here is the approach and the kick. Lee's kick is short. Coming down to Stagel, far side hash mark at the 5, 10, 15. Runs to his right at the 20. Running laterally, turns upfield. He's hit by Dustin Smith and dragged down near the 28-yard line on the near side numbers. Also helping out on special teams was Andrew Strand. A 28-yard return, or correction, a 23-yard return. Go Hawks with better field position this time from the 28.
Yeah, the return man, Stagel, caught it on his 5-yard line and did a reasonably good job of avoiding the first couple guys that had not clear shots, but opportunities to maybe dive and try to get in front of him that way. And we did a good job too covering the punt. So well executed on both parts.
And Mark Hubbard needs a timeout. Timeout on the field. 4:54 to play. First quarter. 7-0 Decorah. This for the A&J Petersburg Agency, Insurance and Real Estate. So 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line out of the timeout is Mark Hubbard, the head coach for Waverly Shell Rock. Heads to the far sideline. Split to the left side will be Conklin as the Go Hawks move left to right. Double wing set. Miller to the left of Velke in the pistol. Velke rolling out to his left side. Fires downfield, and it's intercepted! Intercepted! A diving pick is made by Brady Dolly at the 45-yard line. Frankly, I don't know where Velke was throwing the ball there, Coach.
The only two guys that had a chance to catch the ball were the guy that intercepted and a teammate of his. It wasn't anywhere near a white shirt. It was thrown low, and a good job by Brady Dolly to play the ball, and he just I don't know where the quarterback for them were throwing it.
4:48 to play first quarter, 7-0 Decorah. First down and 10, Waverly Shell Rock 45-yard line. Qualley off play action, rolls to his left, sets, throws deep down the left sideline, going for Johnson, off his fingertips, incomplete. On the near side, hash mark at the 10-yard line. Coverage provided by Nathan Stagel. Timing just not right on that play, second down.
No, it was a little overthrown. Johnson had a step on the receiver. It was a nice play action fake there by Qualley. Had the man beat, just a touch overthrown, and they'll get that timing down. It's first long pass play of the season. Obviously you want to connect on it, but right idea, right pattern thrown, just a little off the mark.
Second and 10 from the 45. Edie to the far side right. Schwartz to the near side, the wide side left. Tight end left is Peter I formation. Josie and Holt give to Holt. Johansson angling left to the 45 to the 40. Brings it to the sideline 30. East to the 20. Holt to the 15. 10, 5, and wrestled out of bounds. Daniel Stensland with a touchdown saving tackle. They'll mark it at the 5-yard line. A gain of 40 to a first and goal for Decorah.
Well, Johansson going to his left was able to turn the corner again rather easily, untouched, of course. Got a pretty good head of steam then going directly down the boundary sideline of our home side, and was finally angled out on about the 5-yard line.
4.5 to play first quarter, 7-0 Decorah, and they're on the doorstep trying to take advantage of the turnover. Qualley with split backs on a wing left. Give to Josie right side. Hesitation move, angles right, fighting to the end zone, and he is denied the end zone. He was slowed down initially by Stensland and brought down by Brant Seward at the 1. It's a second and goal.
Well, the point of attack hole behind that power side was not there. Josie decided to bounce it outside and really give Josie credit, but also give Waverly credit there as well for really trying to string Josie out there. And he tried to elude. He did elude one guy, but he was brought down on a nice tackle as well right at the goal line.
Well, it's going to take solid contact to bring back a back like Jewell, and the back for Waverly Shell Rock did a good job there. Second and goal at the 1-4-minute mark. First quarter, 7-0 Decorah. Johnson to the left side, wing left to Schwartz. Tight end right is Peter. Split backs with Johansson and Jewell. Qualley takes, gives to Josie right side. Powers into the end zone. Touchdown. It was a fight, but Josie ended up winning the battle, and it's 13-0 Decorah with 3:49 to play first quarter.
One of those runs by Jewell that he wasn't going to be denied the 6 points. He got a minimal push by the offensive point of attack guys, but basically it was Jewell's push, his second effort, good determination that got the 6 points.
Josh Lee on to add the PAT. Kephart will snap it, and Bryce Pierce will hold it. As Josie with his second score of the season. This one his first rushing touchdown after scoring 18 last year. Pierce puts it down for Josh Lee's PAT. It is up. It is good. 3:49 to play first quarter. It is a 14-0 lead for Decorah in this Fernet telephone service. Well, so far, all aspects of the Viking game have been pretty solid. Good, consistent offensive play. A 3-and-out, a turnover on defense. The special teams have scored, and now it's 14-0 Decorah, and we are 8 minutes and 11 seconds into the ball game.
Have to like the start, guys, by Decorah right away, jumping out after getting stopped there on that first drive. Coming back, and that special teams play kind of sparked them here a little bit. Let's see how this defensive series goes for the Vikes.
Josh Lee kicking off from right to left. Dan Stensland on the near side. Nate Stagel on the far side. Kick coming out of the far sideline. Stagel takes it far side hash mark, and he drops it at the 5. Picks it up again at the 5. Runs to the 10, and saying no further is the Viking special teams. Down there on special teams, the man that was first to the football was Holt Johansson. Lousy field position again for Waverly Shell Rock.
Well, the return man, Stagel, let it go right through the breadbasket. I mean, it went right down the front of his chest, through his arms and hands, and right to the ground. And basically, where he picked it up, he got hit. So great coverage on Decorah's part.
1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Velke in the pistol. Miller to his left. To the left side is J.D. Conklin, double wing set. Stagel in motion right to left. Give on a counter play to the right side. Bryce Miller. He'll run up the left hash mark and get brought down on the far side hash mark at the 13. It's a gain of about 3.
Well, it looked like just a kind of an off-tackle sweep trying to go behind their power side looked like Moore and Wright there, but good job up front by Decorah really as well to kind of shift down there and make him not really run where he wanted to run there and have good containment in the hole.
Smith and Peter at the end, Sean Truin and Hovden at the tackles right now, and Tyler Hovey at the nose, Osley and Jewell at the linebackers. 2nd and 7. Pitch goes to Willis running the right side. Good lateral pursuit by the Viking defense, and he's angled out of bounds in the vicinity of the 15-yard line. Josh Eady gave a Nimrod, bring him out at the 16. It's a gain of 3, but he had to run a long ways to get that 3, Coach O.
Yeah, he ran a lot farther laterally to finally get a little head of steam turning upfield, which results in a 3-yard gain. But as Darren mentioned, a lot of running, but not much gain.
The corners right now are Josh Eady and Bryce Pierce, and the safeties are Gavin Nimrod and Drew Schwartz. 3rd and 5 from the 16-yard line. 0 of 1 on third downs are the Go Hawks to this point. 3-minute mark, first quarter, 14-0 Decorah. Conklin to the left far side, double wing set. Stagel in motion right to left. Velke takes counter play to Willis right side. First down and more across the 20 and brought down from behind by Josie Jewell at the 28-yard line. Well executed play by the Go Hawks, a gain of 12. Jewell the stop, and Jewell had 23 tackles against the Go Hawks, a career high last year.
Well, just a fake sweep, fly sweep, and then just a simple counter play up behind their power side again. He had a nice hole there. Did a good job of opening up that hole for him to run through, and Waverly picks up the first down.
From the 28-yard line, double wing set, split to the near right side is Conklin. Velke in the pistol, Miller to his right. Velke takes the snap, fakes the sweep, rolls to his left side, hit by Hovden as he throws the left side, incomplete. Seward, the intended receiver, had it in his hands but couldn't hang on. Osley was on his back at the far side, numbers at the 32, 2nd and 10.
Intended for Seward. The ball was well enough thrown to be caught by the receiver. He had both hands around it and dropped it. I don't know that he'd gone much farther because we had reasonably good coverage by the linebacker, but the ball should have been caught.
2:34 to play, first quarter, 14-0 Decorah. 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. A double wing set. Willis wing left, Stagel wing right. Will T the tight end right side. Another tight end on the left side. Velke takes, gives to Miller, runs off the right side. Hit at the 30-yard line by Andy Hovden, brought down right there. Osley got him down low. Hovden got him up high. It's a gain of 2 and a 3rd and 8 upcoming for the Go Hawks.
Tried another counter play there to Miller, and Hovden again did a nice job sliding down from his right defensive tackle position to really make a nice play on the ball carrier, and really Miller had no chance to go any further when he met Hovden after only a 2-yard gain.
Football on the right or near side hash mark at the 30-yard line, 3rd and 8. 4 receivers set to the left, to the right. Miller lone setback. Velke takes the snap, rushes on, scrambles to his left side, goes for Willis, and he makes the catch at the 42 and is brought down by Josie Jewell at the 42-yard line. Willis made the catch, and it's a gain of 12 to a first down. He got Drew Schwartz spun around on the play, and the lofted pass results in the Go Hawks moving the sticks.
Well, first thing that you got to give Waverly credit there is we fired a linebacker, Osley, and they did a really good job of picking up the backer to give their quarterback enough time to loft the ball. And as Darren said, our corner got out of position by turning around, and the ball was actually late, but he still caught it, and a good gain. 1st and
10, 42-yard line, Waverly Shell Rock territory. Velke, busted play in the backfield, gets dumped by James Osley back at the 38-yard line. Velke looked for a back to hand it off to, but there was no back there, and 53 was coming down, and I felt sorry for Velke on that play.
Yeah, well, you know, guys, it's one of those things when you have a new system like this in the pistol. I don't care how many times you've run it in the off season actually to get it to run it in a game and have everybody on the same page. You're going to have a few of those plays, and right there, that was one of those. Just miscommunication of who was taking the sweep, and fortunately for the Vikes, they had a couple defenders there to tackle Velke.
Inside of a minute to play, first quarter, 14-0. Give it to Miller, finds a hole off right guard, moves ahead across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Michael Peter brought him down. It's a gain of 8, and a third down upcoming for the Go-Hawks.
Well, all their yardage has been off their right tackle, which would have been against our left defensive tackle, and we're exchanging defensive tackles right now. Their 3 best gains all came through the same hole, not necessarily on the same play, but the same hole.
And Austin Ashbacker in for Sean Truan there, 3rd and 6 from the 46-yard line. Velke takes the snap, gives to Stagel on a counter to the left side, bounces away from Hovden, tackle, runs to the 50, is the 45-40 far sideline, and escapes out of bounds. At the 38-yard line, it'll be a first down and a gain of 16 yards.
That misdirection has really got us flowing one way towards the carrier, and then they simply have a little misdirection, and really Vikes didn't do a good job there of staying at home in their lanes. They got fooled by that misdirection. Everybody kind of went that one way, and then they handed the ball off the other way. You got to give Stagel credit and their line credit as well for making a decent gain there, 16 yards as Darren mentioned, for a first down.
And a official's timeout as Big Alex Moore, the left tackle, has to come out of the game for some equipment issues. So into the game will come Sean Westendorf. Where they were making money on this drive was behind Jared Aschenbrenner, 6'1", 255 at that right tackle position. 1st and 10, first excursion inside Decorah territory for the Go-Hawks at the 38-yard line. And Coach Hubbard is going to take his second time out here with 4.7 seconds left here in the first quarter. So let's take a timeout as well. 4.7 seconds left here in the first quarter, 14-0 Go-Hawks. And let's hear from Wicks Construction. Go-Hawks will have it, first down and 10 from the Decorah 38-yard line, moving left to right. 4.7 seconds left here in the quarter. It's a 14-0 lead for Decorah. A Jewel 33-yard punt return for a score, and a Josie 1-yard touchdown return off of a Brady Dowley interception. First and 10 from the 38-yard line, double wing set. Velke in the pistol, Miller behind him. Velke gives to Miller on a cutback move to the left side. It's brought down by Andy Hovden at the 35-yard line, and that will be the first quarter. So first quarter done. It's Decorah 14 and Waverly Shell Rock nothing. Let's take a timeout for Greg and Marty Wise with Plan One Financial. Come back to Viking Stadium. Darren Swenson, John Carlson, and Dennis Olenczak with you. One quarter done, 14-0 Decorah. First downs are even at 3. Decorah has rushed it for 76 yards. Waverly Shell Rock 35. Go-Hawks have passed it for 12. Decorah for 4. Total offense, Decorah 80. Waverly Shell Rock 47. Go-Hawks have held it for 6-10. Vikings have held it for 5-50. Go-Hawks 3 of 4 on third down conversions. Vikings 1 of 2. Holt Johansson 3 carries, 55 yards. Drew Schwartz 2 for 14. Josie Jewell 4 for 7 and a score. Qualley 1 of 3 passing for 4 yards. Michael Peter 1 catch for 4 yards. So far the Go-Hawks, Miller 4 rushes, 16 yards. Nathan Stagel 1 for 15. Eric Willis 3 for 6. Jake Velke 3 for -2. Velke 1 of 3, 12 yards, 1 interception, 1 catch for Eric Willis for 12 yards. 2nd and 7 from the 35-yard line. Go-Hawks now moving right to left as it's a 14-0 lead for Decorah. Velke in the pistol, sending his man in motion to left side. Give is to Willis. Tries to bounce it left to the outside. Inside the 35. Breaking a tackle inside the 30 and shoved to the sideline by Drew Schwartz at the 26. It'll be a first down on a gain of 9 yards.
Well,
go ahead, Coach.
That play, I'd give their ball carrier the edge on determination. He literally ran right over our would-be first tackler and broke him down and kept going for about another 3 yards. He ran hard. A good play on Willis's part.
This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah. 1st and 10, Go-Hawks from the Decorah 26. Double wing set. Velke in the pistol. Takes the snap, gives to Willis off the left side, gets inside the 25 to the 23-yard line, brought down on the near side hash mark as he is brought down by Kephart, or by Hovey and Hovden, as well as Osley on the play. It's a gain of 2.
That was one of their probably That was one of their first straightforward plays here in a couple sets, or a couple plays. Good job there up front by, as Darren mentioned, Hovden again, as well as our nose tackle doing a good job really stuffing that hole where they wanted to run the football.
2nd and 8 from the 24-yard line. 14-0 Decorah. Velke gives to Willis off the left side, breaks the tackle inside the 20 and brought down by Drew Schwartz at the 18-yard line. Willis gets 6. It's 3rd down and 2. And as you said earlier, Coach, it's behind tackles. Moore on the left side at 275 and Ashenbrenner on the right side at 255.
Big hole. Darren and John and I could have held hands and ran through that hole.
Well, let's not go too far, Coach. 3rd and 2 rather from the 18-yard line. Go Hawks 3 of 4 on 3rd down conversions in this one. 1:20 into the second quarter, 14-0 Decorah. Receivers to the left and right side, double wing set. Tyler Hemmer in motion left to right, giving a counter play to Seward. Staying home and bringing him down is Andy Hovden as they try to counter to the left side. Hovden got off his block right away and dumps him for a loss of 2 back to the 20.
Well, I would say the guy that's been doing the most damage up front is Hovden so far, guys. He's been on a lot of tackles and really doing a good job, as Darren alluded to, just staying at home. They tried to run that counter play that they were so successful on to get about 16 yards on the previous 3rd down, and Hovden that time read the thing extremely well, just stayed right in his lane, and really ball carrier had no chance because Hovden just gave him a bear hug.
14th play of the drive, 4th and 4 from the 20-yard line. Double wing set, Velke in the pistol, Miller to his right. Stagel in motion right to left, give to Miller off the left side, plunges forward and gets dumped. At the 20-yard line, the Vikings hold after the 14-play drive. Holt Johansson, Andy Hovden, Gavin Nimrod all in on the stop.
Well, again, their point of attack appeared to be off their left offensive tackle, but we had good number of people right at that point of attack, so they didn't pick up the 1st and 10.
Vikes left to right, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 14-0, they lead it with 9:37 to play here in quarter number 2. Sweska to the left, to the right side, Johnson. Split backs, Johansson, and Jewell wing right is Peter. Give is to Jewell off the left side, powers his way forward, keeps the legs moving out to the 25-yard line. Wes McDonald and Alex Moore brought him down. It's a gain of 5.
I was going to mention, Darren, I do believe we have a new, I believe it's quick tackle in McKinley and McCabe, if I'm not mistaken, number 65. I thought I saw a trot in there. So good hole at the point of attack, running behind that quick side of McCabe, and I believe that was sorry, who's our other quick side?
It's Eric Smorstad at the tackle right now, and McCabe is at the power guard actually. 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. On a wingback sweep they give is to Sweska, turns upfield 25-30. There's a flag down as Stensland brings down Sweska at the 35-yard line. Flag came down at the point of attack from the head linesman. We'll see what Craig Snyder has.
Well, good explosion by our ball carrier, Sweska, and that's what you expect. He can accelerate pretty quickly, and he showed it there, but he might have got some illegal help from a teammate because we're going back from where the flag was thrown 10 yards back, so some kind of hold it looked like.
It was. An 11-yard penalty from the spot. 11 yards from the line of scrimmage, 10 yards from the spot. 2nd and 16, it'll be from the 14-yard line. We're inside of 9 minutes to play second quarter. It's a 14-0 lead for Decorah. Vikes moving left to right. As to the right side will be Zach Schaller. Split backs with Johansson and Jules. Wing right is Sweska. Taking the snap is Qualley, gives it off to Holt Johansson. He gets across the 20, gets brought down on a solo tackle by Stensland at the 23-yard line. Johansson able to get 9 on the play. It's 3rd and 7 for Decorah.
Well, we got him out of position. They over-pursued to the first fake, and the ball didn't go to that guy. It came more like a X coming back the other way, and the hole was big, and Johansson, good job of getting in that hole quickly and upfield for 9 yards.
Vikes 1 of 2 on 3rd downs, 3rd and 7 from the 23. Sweska to the right side, Johnson off to the left, wing left is Peter. Split backs with Hansen and Jewell drop it a throw as Qualley rolling out to his right side. He's under pressure. He escapes the pocket and gets collared down back near the 10-yard line. It was Alex Moore, or correction, it was Josh Wright, the defensive tackle, who sacks Qualley for a loss of 13, and James Osley in the punt unit on.
Well, really didn't have any outlet to throw to. You got to give Waverly credit there. It was almost a coverage sack. Qualley tried to buy time to the sideline and was trying to find somebody open. Just nobody there to throw it to. Give Waverly credit for good coverage.
Osley's first punt was 46 yards. Vikes just got away with an illegal substitution. Peter Kephart will snap it back to Stensland and Stagel. Osley moves forward and gets the kick away. That one just off the side of his foot, but it's going to get a heck of a roll. Sometimes it pays to be lucky than good, and somehow Osley's going to get a 38-yard punt out of a very ugly punt. Actually, they'll mark it at the 49, so it's a 39-yard punt and no return. 7:08 to play, second quarter, 14-0, but Decorah leads it, but good field position for the Go-Hawks.
I'd have to say Darren said the right word. It was ugly. It never got more than 5 foot off the ground, and yet it never touched anybody all the way through and kept rolling.
You know what? The kid hit 440 for you this summer on a lot of ground balls hard through the left side, and that looked like a ground ball hard through the left side.
Yes, it was, but the thing is, you like the end result. That's the good thing.
First and 10, 49-yard line. Go Hawks right to left, trailing 14-0. Willis in motion. Velke takes, gives to Willis, sweeping to the right side, turns upfield to the 45-yard line and fights ahead to the 44-yard line. Plethora of Viking defenders bring him down. In on the stop was Sean Truan and Drew Schwartz, amongst others. It's a gain of 5.
Yeah, they ran that sweep play again, and a new defensive ends, Darren. We have Michael Savorov playing in at that Viking position on one end, and then Dustin Smith is also playing an end as well. So a couple new faces on the defensive end position. We've been kind of rotating those guys in, and Michael did a pretty good job there to hold them outside contained, but got 5 yards on the play.
Brett Johnson's in at a safety right now as well, and Dylan Henning, it appears, is in at a corner. Give up the middle is to Johnson. He is tripped up the line of scrimmage and falls forward to the 43-yard line. Hovey got to him first, and Jewell finished him off. It's a gain of a yard, 3rd and 4 for the Go Hawks, approaching the halfway point of the second quarter of a 14-0 Waverly Decorah lead.
Just good nose guard play by Tyler Hovey, getting off his block and making good contact enough that it really slowed that runner down right at the line of scrimmage, and as Darren said, Jewell finished him off.
3rd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Double wing set, Velke in the pistol, Miller to his left. Conklin split to the near left side. Stagel in motion right to left. Velke takes the snap, rolling off to his left side. The left-hander fires downfield, going for Conklin, and it's incomplete. It was off his fingertips at the 3-yard line. I tell you what, Velke did a good job of putting the ball where only Conklin would get it, but there was good coverage from Dylan Henning and Brett Johnson. It's 4th down.
Well, what they tried there was a drag route across the middle of the field, kind of a post pattern, if you will. And as Darren mentioned, Velke put a nice touch on the ball there. You see why he's in the ball game. Threw a very nice ball. Just Conklin just couldn't come up with it.
Foy is on in punt formation. Scrimmage is the 42-yard line. A low snap. He'll move forward and get the kick away. This one a better kick than his first one. It bounces at the 15 and angles inside the 10 and will die down at the 3-yard line. Dan Stensland down to cover it up. It's a 40-yard punt, no return. 5:22 to play here in the second quarter. Vikes will get it back left to right, leading 14-0, but lousy field position.
Good coffin corner kick, guys. He was angling for that sideline and that corner, and did a heck of a job of, and then a good coverage to keep it from rolling into the end zone by their cover people. Just an excellent executed punt.
1st and 10 from the 3-yard line. Schwartz to the left side, Johnson to the near side, right eye formation with Johansson and with Jewell. Tight end to the left side. And the give is to Savorov in the backfield, and he gets knocked back from the 1-yard line. Savorov tried to go the left side. I think he may have tried to bounce it a hole outside more than he wanted to, and he was dangerously close to a safety. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if I don't know if you guys saw this as well, but it looked like there was a hole that, as Darren alluded to, bounced it out a little bit too far there. And anytime you do that at the goal line, you're dancing with danger. And Savorov lucky there not to get a safety.
And Johansson is in the game for him. He will be split back with him and Jewell on a 2nd and 12 from the 1-yard line. Qualley under his center. Peter takes the snap, gives to Josie, runs off the right side, powers ahead across the 5, and wrestled down near the 10. Josie powers ahead for a gain of 9 to get the Vikings out of trouble. Wes McDonald and Colin Wiltsey brought him down 3rd and 3 to Decorah.
It's a good team play, though. He got help to get through the line of scrimmage, and then of course Josie's good on his own of getting an extra 2 or 3 yards with just good power running. So that's a nice team play.
Vikings 1 of 3 on 3rd downs, 3rd and 3 from the 10, 4:14 to play 2nd quarter, 14-0. Decorah with the advantage. Split backs in the backfield, wing left is Schwartz, tight end right, and split to the left side is Johnson. Qualley keeps it on the belly, tries to bounce it right to the outside. Jake turns upfield, lunges ahead to the 13-yard line. He will be close to the first down. It'll depend on the spot of the football, and they may have to measure. Not exactly the way you draw up the belly 8, but it might have worked.
Well, of course, they got to respect Jewell, and the fake and ride to him, of course, holds that linebacker on that side and hopefully holds that defensive end in too, so he can make the corner. But it's just close right now whether we did pick up that 1st and 10.
We'll bring in the sticks as Dave Lumen and Denny Green get their first workout of the season. And the stretch of the chain, it'll be a 1st down for Decorah. Got it by a pretty decent margin as well. So 1st and 10, Decorah from just beyond their own 13-yard line, moving left to right as they lead at 14-0. A Josie Jewell 33-yard punt return, and the Vikes were able to capitalize off of a Brady Dolly interception.
Dick Pitten, Dave Lumen, and Dennis Green.
And Josie Jewell took it in from a yard away, capping off a 45-yard 4-play drive. 3:53 to play till halftime, 14-0 Decorah. Johnson to the left side. Wing back left is Schwartz. The tight end on the right side of the line is Kyle Kane. High formation in the backfield. The tail of the tandem is Johansson. He gets the call off the left side, bouncing left to the outside. He runs to the 20, 25, 30. Far side numbers 35, 40. And Holt brought down at the 42-yard line. Brant Seward brought him down. Johansson running hard and getting help. A gain of 29.
Outstanding job up front. I believe that was our the quick side that time, doing a good job opening up a hole. Would be, if I'm not mistaken, would that be McCabe over there, and who's our other one in the game? Morstead. Yep. Yeah, doing a good job there, opening up a hole. But to give Holt credit too, he's turning his shoulders north and south, doing a good job hitting the hole and really powering forward. Good burst of speed as well.
It is Hovey and Ashbacker back on the quick side, giving credit where credit is due. 1st down at 10, 42-yard line, 3:15 to play till halftime, 14-0 Decorah. Qualley quick toss right side, and it's dropped by Josh Eady as they tried to run the slant near the 47-yard line. Eady, who's got a cast on his left hand, and that makes it, I'd imagine, difficult to catch the ball, and Josh a little frustrated with himself that he couldn't get it done there.
Well thrown slant pass by Jacob Qualley, but when you've got a cast that's all the way down over your wrist and you can't bend your hand in to really squeeze, very difficult situation for the receiver, Eady.
2nd and 10 from the 42. Left is Dolly, wing left is Schwartz. Split to the right side is Kane. Split backs with Josie and Holt. Give is to Josie off the right side. Hit and the line of scrimmage and brought down by Wes McDonald and Alex Moore right at the line of scrimmage at the 42. It's 3rd and 10.
Well, just to give our audience a little bit of a sense of what Waverly's doing defensively, guys, they had 4 guys down linemen, and then they also have their 2 kind of a 43 defense, but they're also rolling up another cornerback on that edge too. They blitzed the middle linebackers there, and really Decorah had no chance there of Jewell, but Jewell at least picked up a yard.
3rd and 9 from the 43-yard line. Vikes 2 of 4 on 3rd downs. Qualley takes the snap, drops back, looks to the right side, fires deep down the right sideline, going for Schwartz, who nearly reins it in but couldn't hang on. At the 27-yard line, Brant Seward had the coverage. Pretty well thrown ball from Jake Qualley, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. And it's a 4th down for Decorah.
A nicely thrown ball by our quarterback, Qualley. He put it up there where the timing was that Schwartz was right under the ball, and it wasn't an easy catch, but it was a catchable ball.
So Holt Johansson going to be on in punt formation this time. Osley punted the first 2 times. Stensland single safety for the Waverly Shell Rock. Johansson kicks it, and it's a good one. Angles down to the near side, bounces at the 15, and Stensland picks it up at the 8, runs to the 15, gets to his right and brought down along the near side numbers, tripped up by Hovden, brought down by Smorstad at the 20-yard line. So that's a 50-yard punt and a return of 12 yards. So the Go Hawks get it back. They only have 1 timeout remaining. There's 2:14 left here in the first half, and this will be the first snap in Waverly territory here in the second quarter as they move right to left, and they trail it 14-0.
Good job by Holt there to get off a nice punt, and really good job downfield. Stensland's an elusive kid, and did a good job, Decorah, staying in their lanes and really breaking him down and not allowing him to go anywhere.
Willis wing left, Stegel wing right. 2 tight ends on a line of scrimmage. Velke in the pistol with Miller behind him. Velke takes the snap, busted play, and busting him was Andy Hovden. Andy Hovden brought down Velke at the 18-yard line. Miller cut one way. Velke was expecting him to go the other way, and it ends up in a loss of 2.
Well, the quarterback had to eat the ball after a mis-exchange between the back, probably going the wrong way, and the quarterback hesitated way too long then after he didn't find the guy he was supposed to hand off, and Hovden was right on his back.
And Mark Hubbard is going to take his 3rd and final timeout. 102 seconds to play till halftime. It's 14-0. Waverly Shell Rock trailing Decorah. And this break for Hovden Oil.
Is this guy and Doug Wankwitz friends, or
what?
Hubbard and Doug Wankwitz friends, or
why?
Wire?
What?
Never mind. No.
Why?
Running the football.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have our thing we do at the Week 1 football game every year. We'll have our State of Decorah Viking Athletics address, if you will, interview. Is what it actually is with Decorah High School Activities Director Adam Riley. And we'll have try to get some scores from around the area, and we'll also have some stats, some highlights, and we'll have our first Viking sports report of the year. That's all coming up in 102 seconds. And it's 14-0 Decorah. Josie Jewell, a 33-yard punt return for a score at the 5:07 mark of the first quarter. Brady Dolly intercepts the first pass from scrimmage on Waverly's next drive. 4 plays later, Jewell took it in from a yard away for a score at the 3:49 mark of the first quarter, and that made it 14-0. Taking the snap is Velke, throws the left side, through tall for Stegel, and nearly intercepted by Brett Johnson at the 30-yard line. Velke threw a fastball too tall for Stegel, and Brett Johnson almost had a pick at the 30, and it's 3rd down and 11.
Well, I couldn't say it any better than Darren. The ball was overthrown. That's what happened.
3rd and 12 for Waverly Shell Rock. They're 3 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. They're moving right to left. They trail it 14-0. They've had some consistency offensively. They've moved it between the 20s reasonably well, but they haven't gotten inside the 20 yet tonight. Velke takes the snap, drops back to throw. Velke with time, throwing down the middle of the field, and the ball is nearly intercepted by Cole Sweska. Sweska, Schwartz, and Johnson were in the area of Willis and Conklin, and Sweska was the only one who really had a chance to catch the football.
Well, really threw that to the Decorah defense, basically saying, here, pick it off, almost as good as a punt. And you got to give Decorah credit. They absolutely nowhere to throw the football for Waverly there, and a good job to knock that football down.
Boy on in punt formation. The snapper is Morial. Sends it back in good shape, move forward, gets the kick away. It's a nice one. It bounces at the 40-yard line. Johnson gets away from it, and it is down at the 36-yard line. So that one got over the head of the return man, and it ends up being a 46-yard punt, no return. Minute 21 to play till halftime. Vikes with all 3 timeouts remaining, and it's 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Football on the right or near side hash mark as they move right to left, and they lead it 14-0.
Well, a good power kick by the punter of Waverly Shell Rock, and not real well judged on our return man, and consequently it became a very change of possession net yardage for the Go-Hawks.
Josh Carlin is in at the power tackle right now. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Qualley takes short drop, throws the right side. Catch made by Johnson, escapes out of bounds. Shoved to the sideline by Seward at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Good safe pass and a good executed pass by the Vikings.
Yeah, you got a little 2-minute offense maybe going here. You don't need to throw the ball down the field a whole lot. You can see what you get here off a couple, and that was a good job there off 1st down to find Johnson in the corner and then also get out of bounds.
2nd and 3 from the 43-yard line. Receivers left and right, wing right, Schwartz, short drop. Qualley throws the right side, and it's too tall for Edie, incomplete. Seward had coverage at the 50. It's 3rd down.
Well, it looks to me like what we're trying to do is get ourselves in field position. We're not going for the bigger play. We want to milk the clock here, get it down to around 10 seconds in field goal range of Josh Lee, and that doesn't take much more because he's got a pretty good leg.
1:14 to play till halftime, 14-0 Decorah, 3rd and 4 from their own 43. Peter tight end left, wing right is Schwartz. To the right side is Dolly, split backs with Smith and Johansson. Pitch to Smith, left side, 1st down and more, bounces off a couple of defenders and moves ahead of the 50-yard line, but he got stripped of the football, and Bryce Miller takes it away and gets knocked back from the 48-yard line. Dustin was trying to make some more yardage, and Bryce Miller just stripped it right out of his hands, and the Go-Hawks will get it back at the Decorah 48-yard line with 1:03 to play till halftime.
We'll give Dustin credit for hitting a hole hard and trying to keep moving the pile, but at the same time too, you got to secure the football, and I'm sure he won't do that again and learn from his mistake there. But give Waverly credit too. Bryce Miller making a play on the football, and he had an opportunity and took it away.
Waverly 63 seconds to play with and no timeouts. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Velke in the pistol, Miller behind him. Velke takes the snap. Somebody moved early. Jeff Trost, the line judge, throws his flag on the near side. And I think Waverly might have gotten an early start. One of the receivers on the near sideline. Illegal procedure against the Go-Hawks.
Procedure penalty.
Looked like number 50, Darren, on the line. Looked like he moved out of his stance a little early. It could be wrong.
I think one of the receivers moved as well.
Nonetheless, 5-yard penalty.
So 1st and 15 from the 48 with 1:01 to play till halftime. As Velke gets the play on the far sideline from Mark Hubbard. 6th-year head coach for Waverly Shell Rock. To the left side will go Conklin and Willis. To the right side will go Tanner, Hanks, and Stegel. Velke in the pistol, Miller behind him. Velke takes the snap, 4-man rush, throws deep down the right sideline, and the ball is picked off. Josh Edie at the 20, runs up the far sideline of the 25-30, dives ahead of the 36-yard line. Velke threw it up for grabs, Edie there to make the play.
Yeah, that's at least a handful now in his first half of home run type throws by Velke, the Go-Hawk quarterback, and at least 3 times we've been better off looking like the receiver than the defender, and consequently 2 of them have been picked off. So give our kids good position on coverage and not too good a decision on the quarterback's part by Waverly.
1st and 10, 35-yard line. Receivers left and right. Peter wing left. Short drop. Qualley pumps once, rolls to his right. He's under pressure. He's going to scramble. He angles right at the 35. Got away from one man at the 40 and knocked to the sideline at the 41-yard line. Knocked out of bounds by Tyler Hammer on the near Decorah sideline after a Qualley scramble of 6.
Well, ran a long ways there. I think he was trying to look for Cole Sweska, the wide receiver out. He was just running a simple out pattern was covered up. Did a good job to get outside. Ran a whole lot, guys. Ran almost the wide length of the field, but did a good job to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
42 seconds left. Decorah with all 3 timeouts remaining, leading 14-0. Second and 4 from the Decorah 41. Schaller to the left side. Wing left is Sweska. Tight end right is Peter. Split backs with Josie and Johansson. Qualley under center takes the snap. Drops back to throw. Under pressure. He's going to scramble again. Bounces off a defender at the 40 and gets covered up near the 44-yard line. Brought down on the play by Hemmer, and a timeout asked for by Decorah. Qualley scrambles for 3 and a third down upcoming. First timeout asked for by the Vikings with 32 seconds left here in the first half.
Well, protection broke down very, very early in that attempted pass play, and I thought Qualley did a good job of getting what little he did because there were a lot of white shirts chasing him from the get-go.
So it's 3rd and 1 from the 44. Again, Adam Riley coming up at halftime, our halftime guest for the week. We'll also have a Viking sports report, and we hope to get some scores as well of other area games next week, where we'll be down at Marion, Thomas Park Field. Site of probably one of the more fun games us 3 got to call a couple of years ago in that double overtime thriller as Decorah defeated Marion. You're not going to be with us, though, Coach. You're going down and watching Jason?
Right.
Jason,
they play Boone at home next week.
You haven't seen Boone. Boone hasn't won a game with you in attendance. They probably don't want you showing up there, Coach. 3rd and 2 from the 44-yard line. 32 seconds left here in the half. Give on a wingback sweep to Sweska right side. Looks to turn up field and gets brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a first down. He was horse-collared down by Hemmer. Actually kind of wrestled around the neck down. It was dangerously close to a face mask, but not quite. So the Vikes will move the sticks.
Cole has to protect himself a little bit better on that kind of run. He's too straight up and down, and they crunched him pretty good.
1st and 10, 48-yard line, 18 seconds left here in the first half. Qualley under center, takes the snap, short drop, looks to the right side, fires deep down the right side, going for Schwartz, incomplete, too long and too tall at the 20-yard line. Good coverage by Brant Seward. Qualley ended up on his back, 2nd down, 9 seconds left here in the half.
Well, they've done a pretty good job of getting some pressure on Qualley here when the last couple times they've tried to throw, and Jake had a little bit air underneath, but you got to give credit to Waverly as well. It's pretty good hand fight coverage out there on Schwartz as well.
2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. Qualley with 2 tight ends and Schwartz on a wingback left side. Qualley just going to take a knee, and that's going to be the first half. Vikes lead it 14-0 here at halftime. Your first half thoughts, Coach O?
Well, I think we did a little bit better job in all phases of the game to deserve that 14-0 lead. I know they would say they're costly mistakes on their part, like hiking the ball through their quarterback's hands for a 9-yard loss inside the 15-yard line, their own 15, an interception. But truly, I think we've controlled the first half, and the score is indicative of that. That's about what I think the margin should be, too.
John, your thoughts?
Well, obviously, it's the first game. Both teams, probably some of those new guys that have been out there a little anxious, a little nervous. You can tell that in Velke a little bit. But I thought it's kind of to echo off what Coach was saying as far as Waverly and Decorah going at it in the trenches. I think Decorah's done some better things up front to an extent, and Waverly kind of had some things going as well. So kind of, I would say, as Coach mentioned, a little bit more better job all around in all facets of Decorah, and that's why they have that 14-point lead.
And our halftime show is coming up next. We will have our guest, Adam Riley, as part of our halftime feature this week. We'll take a break on Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC, and we'll take a break for Farm Bureau. Here is Lee's approach and the kick. This comes down to the 10-yard line and goes to the wickets of Stensland. He'll pick it up at the 2. He'll run to his left. He's in the center of the field to the 10, to the 15, and gets brought down by Holt Johansson and Andy Strand at the 17-yard line. That ball's got to be slippery. There hasn't been a kick that's been fielded cleanly on either side tonight, really, Coach?
No, and you call that, I think, exact, not a kickoff ball has been fielded in the hands cleanly to take right off. They've all had to be picked back up off the ground, so there could be some, little perspiration on that ball.
Receiver or double wing set. Conklin split to the left side. Stagel in motion right to left. Velke takes, gives to Miller. Runs into a crowd off the right side. Moves as far as the 20-yard line with a combination of Andy Hovden and Josie Jewell brought him down. It's a gain of 3.
Well, ran off the tackle spot there of right for Waverly. Decorah did a pretty good job up front. Hovey, as well as looked like Dustin Smith and Austin Ashbacker on that side did a pretty good job of closing in on that gap and not allowing Miller a whole lot of real estate to run in.
Smith and Peter at the ends. Hovden and Ashbacker at the tackles. Hovey at the nose. Osley and Jewell at the linebackers. Corners, Sweska and Edie. Safeties, Johnson and Sweska. Taking the snap is Velke, dropping back. Fires over the middle. Catch made by Seward. Cutting left. He's to the 25 to the 30. 35 and wrestled out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Cole Sweska brought him down. It's a gain of 20 yards and a first down.
That's a nicely designed play. That 21 came out of the backfield, am I right, guys?
Wing back right, Coach.
Yeah, he was a wing back, and he delayed on the line of scrimmage and let it clear out, and then came underneath, and ball well thrown so that he could catch it on the run. A nicely designed play.
57 seconds into quarter number 3, 14-0. Waverly Shell Rock trails Decorah. They have the ball from their own 40, moving right to left, 1st and 10. Double wing set. And the give is to Miller, and he gets erased by Josie Jewell back at the 36-yard line. Vikes fire Jewell right into that hole. It's a loss of 4.
Well, that's the first introduction Josie's made to somebody on the defensive side with authority tonight, and give Josie credit. Just read that play extremely well to go in there and exploit that gap exactly where the ball carrier was running it, and Miller, and just really good job by Josie there to sneak through that gap and where he blitzed and just making sure and a tackle on the play.
They mark it at the 37, so 2nd down and 13. J.D. Conklin to the right side. Tight end left is Wiltie. Double wing set. Velke in the pistol, Miller to his right. Velke takes, gives to Willis. Willis hit in the backfield, escapes the tackle of Jewell, but Jewell slowed him down enough to allow James Osley to cover him up at the 39-yard line. It's only a gain of 2.
Well, good linebacker play by both Jewell and Osley, and the defensive end on that side did all right too, because they strung it out enough that we could run it down for a minimal gain. I think maybe 2 yards.
Waverly Shell Rock was 3 of 7 on 3rd downs in the first half. 3rd and 11 from the 39. 9:45 to play 3rd quarter. 14-0 Decorah. Velke in the pistol. Miller to his right. Velke snap goes through the legs of the quarterback, and getting back on top of it, I believe, was Stagel back at the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 5 and a 4th down upcoming. 2nd time they've had trouble with the pistol snap tonight, John.
Yeah, they've had that happen quite a bit. Decorah in their 52 defense just really staying at home there, and really nothing you could do except for Waverly except for falling the football after that muff snap.
Jewell and Johnson back deep. A low snap fielded by Foy. He moves forward and gets the kick away. Come down to Jewell at the 32. Runs ahead of the 35. Escapes the defender. Runs to his right. Gets to the 40 and gets hammered down by Bryce Miller at the 41-yard line right there. So the line drive punt goes 33. Jewell returns it 7 to the 40. Vikes will get it for the first time of the second half. Moving left to right, leading 14-0 with 9:01 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Not a lot of air under the punt. Pretty much a line drive and not a real distant punt. And Jewell fielded very cleanly, but got hit once or twice right from the start. Did get away from those guys, but got nailed by Miller for not a big return.
Johnson to left side. Wing left is Schwartz. Tight end right is Peter. Smith and Johansson in I formation. Give to Dustin. Powers off right guard. Ahead to the 50 and upended there by Stensland. They'll mark him right at the 50, so give him a gain of 9. And more importantly, Dustin hung on to the football that time.
Yeah, Dustin doing a good job hitting the hole. Got to give credit to the up front guys of, I believe that was our quick side of it was
Hovden and Osley on the power side.
Hovden and Osley's power side, excuse me.
Second and 1 from the 50. I formation, Smith and Johansson. Here's a belly fake, and Qualley keeps it 45 to the 50. He's to the 40. Right sideline, 30. Jake to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! It all started with a great fake at the line of scrimmage. Qualley bounced it right and showed some speed and scored. And it's 20-0 Decorah. 8:21 to play here in quarter number 3.
First of all, it was a very, very well-executed fake. He really got some guys off him simply because they didn't know where the ball was. Then he actually, once he got his shoulders and hips squared upfield, actually ran really better than I thought he could because the guy had an angle and didn't catch him. Just a very nice play by Jake Qualley.
Josh Lee trying to go 3 for 3 on the PATs. Peter Kephart snaps it to Bryce Pierce, and the PAT is up, and it is good. So 8:21 to play here in quarter number 3. The Vikings lead it by a 21-0 margin. And now this for Farm Bureau. Or more play-by-play for that matter. Josh Lee kicking off from left to right. It's 21-0 Decorah. Lee's approach and the kick. This one going deep down to Stagel at the 5. Near side hash mark 10, 15. Runs to the center of the field 20, 25, 30. Stagel brought down from behind at the 31-yard line. It was Josh Eady and Kyle Kane bringing him down. Stagel, a return of 26 yards. 1st and 10, Waverly Shell Rock from that point. Waverly has done some okay things offensively, but hasn't been able to complete a drive to this point. They trail it 21-0. 8:14 to play here in the third quarter.
Stagel on a nice return. He didn't monkey around. He caught the ball and went straight upfield and did a nice job.
So 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Taking the snap, Velke rolling out to his left side. Velke under pressure, looks to scramble and gets buried. Back at the 26-yard line, Andy Hovden and Tyler Hovey. Velke the meat in that sandwich after a loss of 5.
Good job to flush. It looked like they were trying to. It was a QB boot by Velke trying to find somebody in the flat. But good, as Darren mentioned, good lateral pursuit there to get off their blocks of Tyler Hovey and Andy Hovden.
2nd and 14 from the 27-yard line. 21-0 Decorah. 2 touchdowns for Josie Jewell, a punt return and a rush. And Qualley on a 45-yard or 50-yard keeper for a score. Double wing set. Conklin to the right side. Willis in motion left to right. Velke takes, gives to Miller. Powers into the right side of the line and gets brought down at the 29-yard line. Hovey, Hovden, Osley, Jewell, Ashbacker all there. Good team defense. Gain of 3. 3rd and long for the Go-Hawks.
Just a straight ahead handoff from the quarterback in the pistol to the running back set beside him. Straight up over guard, and a good job by a number of our defensive linemen.
6:52 to play here in the third. 21-0 Decorah with the advantage. Go-Hawks 3 of 8 on third down conversions. It's 3rd and 12 moving right to left from their own 29-yard line. Conklin to the left side. Double wing set. Velke in the shotgun. Miller to his left. Willis in motion left to right. Velke drops the snap again and covers it up. Back at the 22-yard line. And you know what? People can talk shotgun and pistol all you want to. What in the world is wrong with going under center? With all the problems that you see out of a shotgun and a pistol formation, it's baffling how many coaches that do pistol and shotgun.
Yeah, it's a good point, Darren, and you wonder with the guys that they have up front why they don't go up center, but nonetheless, another bad snap.
Foy gets the kick away. It's a line drive kick, and Johnson calls for the fair catch, bobbles it a bit, but hangs on at the 49-yard line in Decorah territory, so a 25-yard punt, no return. 6-minute mark, third quarter, 21-0 Decorah. 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. And the offense back out on the field after 1 first down and then a 3-and-out from the defense on the first series, a 3-and-out from the defense on the second series. Johnson will be split to the near right side as the Vikes move left to right. Jewell and Johansson in an I formation. Tight end left is Peter. Wing right is Schwartz. And having 12 guys on the field is Waverly Shell Rock. They actually, according to the Decorah coaches here, they have 13 guys on the field, so in a substitution infraction, John Bartolo, the back judge noticed that one right away. And when you notice it, you're supposed to flag it right away, knowing the fact that had that snap happened and there was still 12 guys on the field, it would have been a 15-yard penalty after that point. So 1st and 5 from the Waverly Shell Rock 46. High formation, Johansson and Jewell. Wing right, Schwartz in motion left. Split to the right side, Brett Johnson. Give to Johansson off the left side. Tries to escape the tackle attempt of Stack, but doesn't do it, but gives Stack a 3-yard ride down to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for Holt Johansson.
Yeah, there wasn't a big hole, but he did get help to the initial line of scrimmage, Johansson did, and then was able to fall forward on the tackler. So a 3-yard gain and 2nd and 1.
From the 43-yard line, 5.5 to play, third quarter, 21-0 Decorah. To the right side goes Schaller. Tight end left is Peter. Wing right is Schwartz. I formation in the backfield. Give to Johansson into a crowd right side of the line. Piles drives forward inside the 40 to the 38. And a first down for Holt Johansson. Wes McDonald in on the stop, gain of 5.
Give Kephart, Hovey, as well as the other end on that side a props there, because they did a good job to open up just enough of hole for Holt to run through and a crease there for him to get some space and pick up the first down.
It was Austin Ashbacker on that side that time. 1st and 10, 38-yard line. High formation in the backfield. Decorah leading 21-0, moving left to right in a long counted line, and Waverly jumps into the neutral zone once again. Didn't see any movement from the guys in blue. Gary Christensen says dead ball, encroachment, go Hawks. 4th penalty of the night for Waverly Shell Rock for a total of 20 yards. So for the second time in the series, you got a 1st and 5. When it's the nose guard, the guy right over the football doing it, that's got to annoy the coaches. 1st and 5 from the 33-yard line. I formation, split to the right side either. Wing right is Schwartz. Give to Josie, right side, inside the 30. Pile drives forward, down to the 26. It'll be a first down on a gain of 7 yards. Colin Wiltsey from his defensive end position brought him down.
Josie Jewell into the secondary.
Well, the good thing about that is, again, our team got him through the point of attack initially, and that gives him a head of steam that really makes it hard for even 1 to 2 tacklers to bring him down. That's why it's a good 7-yard gain.
4:35 to play in the third, 21-0 Decorah. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Off play action. Qualley looks to the left side, fires the left side, and it is caught. A diving catch made by Johnson, who made a nice effort to catch that ball beneath the coverage of Stagel at the 20-yard line. Ends up being a gain of 6.
Yeah, an out pattern there. It was just a simple curl route to the edge for Johnson, and Qualley, I think, would like that ball back. Johnson bailed him out big time, as that ball was really at his shoestrings, and Johnson an outstanding job to go down and catch it.
2nd and 4 from the 24-minute mark, third quarter. Decorah leading 21-0. Zach Schaller to the right side. Wing back right is Schwartz. And a blood situation, as Stagel has blood, or an equipment situation, so he will get replaced in the secondary. By the way, Western Dubuque leading Dyersville Beckman 7-0 at the half. Osage leading Cresco 12-6 at the half. 2nd and 4 from the 20-yard line. Qualley takes the snap. Option right side, keeps it, turns upfield. He's inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a first down, as Qualley keeps it for 5, brought down by Eric Willis on the play.
Yeah, that looked like that didn't look like the typical belly 8. That looked more like an option right there. And I thought Jake, the quarterback, did a good judgment in making just a little head fake to his pitch man and then tucking it in inside the defensive end and making a nice gain.
1st and 10 from the 15. Near right side is Edie. Wing back right is Schwartz. Tight end left is Peter. I formation with Johansson and Jewell. Qualley enters center. Kephart takes the snap, gives to Juicy. Runs up the middle, keeps his balance inside the 10. It takes a hard hit down near the 5-yard line. Isaiah Mundell and Eric Willis brought him down. Give him 9, second and very short.
Have to give Peter Kephart as well as McKinley McCabe in there at the power. Look like he's at the power guard, if I'm not mistaken, Darren, and Andy Hovden out there at the power tackle position. A good job there of opening up a gap for Josie to run through, and then Josie slipping a couple tackles as well.
2nd and 1 from the 6, 2:43 to play in the third. 21-0 Decorah. I formation in the backfield. Schwartz in motion left to right. Qualley takes the snap, gives to Johansson, spinning forward off right guard, fighting to the end zone. Touchdown! A good hard run for Holt Johansson's first varsity touchdown. 27-0 Decorah. 2:31 to play third quarter.
Well, again, there was a hole at where the play was meant to go through as drawn up, and then after he got through the hole, he had great momentum and was able to spin and twist to get into the end zone on his second effort.
51 yards, 7 plays, taking 4:32 off the clock. Kephart will snap. Bryce Pierce will hold for Josh Lee's PAT attempt. Snap, spot, kick, up, and good. 28-0 Decorah. 2:31 to play here in the third quarter. Let's take a break for Olson Explosives. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah. Darren Swenson, Dennis Olenczak, and John Carlson back here in Decorah, Viking Stadium for the season opener from the Kenneth L. Olson press box here at Viking Stadium. Beautiful new facility providing us a very beautiful view on opening night of 2012. We mentioned some rough edges to polish out. I think the sander was working well at halftime, fellas.
Well,
yeah, go ahead, Coach.
I think we've done a better job of making sure we're getting off on the right guy and blocking. That's one of the things to do.
Takes the catch at the 5, 10, 15, runs to the middle of the field. He's to the 20 and gets pile driven down near the 23-yard line. Holt Johansson down on special teams once again. Dustin Smith and Kyle Kane also there. 1st and 10 for the Go Hawks from their own 23-yard line. They trail it 28-0. 2:24 to play here in the third quarter. Haven't seen a lot of running or passing out of Waverly Shell Rock here in the second half. Strategy change at all at this point?
Well, I think you got to move the ball. You got to get a score here if you're Waverly, and whether it be through the air or the ground. They did have some success through the ground, but obviously that's not in their favor right now.
Velke in the pistol, Miller behind him, double wing set. Velke takes the snap on a wingback sweep to Stewart with blocking out in front, turns the corner 20, he's to the 25, and taking him out by the legs was Gavin Nimrod near the 33-yard line, and it's a gain of nearly 10 yards on the play. They may have to measure for a first down.
Well, he had a lot of interference. He had 4 white shirts in front of him, the ball carrier. Now, nobody really knocked anybody really down, but there was enough screen blocking for the back to be able to turn the corner and make 9 yards.
2nd and circa 1 from the 33. Go Hawks moving right to left. Trailing 28-0. J.D. Conklin to the far right side. Double wing set. Wiltie, the tight end, left side of the line. Velke in the pistol. Miller to his right. Velke takes the snap, gives to Miller, and he is pile driven down near the 35-yard line. Dustin Smith, the right side defensive end, stayed home and brought him down. He also got some help up front from Peter Kephart. He did get the first down, but a pretty good play on the right side of the defense by Dustin Smith.
Yeah, they tried the misdirection there, and then the count of the one way, getting the defense trying to go one way, and then the counter coming back the other way. And as Darren alluded, Dustin Smith just stayed at home there. Got to give Andy Hovden credit as well for really holding his block there and not allowing any bouncing outside of the ball carrier to occur.
Michael Ruiz is in at the nose now. Hovden and Sean Truan at the tackles. Peter and Smith at the ends right now. 1st and 10, 35-yard line. Velke takes, gives to Miller, runs off the right side and gets smothered. Down he goes near the 37-yard line. Vikes respond well up front. Hovden and Peter in on the stop. 2nd down upcoming. 2nd and 8 from the 27. Kephart and Osley right now are at the linebackers. The corners are Pierce and Edie and Nimrod and Brady Dolly are at the safeties. Brady Dolly had a pick in today's game. Vikes are +1 on the turnover ratio. I'll give you a stat about that to back it up. This series here in a moment. 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. 28-0 Waverly. Dropping a throw is Velke. Velke throws the left side. Catch made by Miller, and he got erased by James Osley at the 40-yard line. The catch was actually made by Tommy Bates, and he paid for it. Give Bates credit for hanging on to the ball because he took a big hit from Big Daddy.
Yeah, that'll be on the highlight reel there. Just a decleater, and a good job by. Got to give Velke credit, and also Bates, for hanging on, as Darren mentioned, hanging on to the football. But good job there by James to not allow any further yardage after the catch.
Could be the final play of the third quarter. 3rd and 4 from the 40-yard line. Taking the snap is Velke. Sweeping right is Willis. Off the handoff, turns upfield, and he'll get as far as the 38-yard line. He'll be shy of a first down. Gavin Nimrod and Michael Peter brought him down, and that will be a 4th down upcoming, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Third quarter done. 28-0 Decorah. Let's take a timeout for Hacker Nelson and for Spot and Rose Lumber. 12 minutes remaining in this one. It's been the Vikings' night. A 28-0 lead for the Decorah Vikings. It'll be a 4th and a yard from the 43-yard line. Go Hawks moving on offense from right to left to start the fourth quarter. And they will go for it. This is the first 4th down attempt of the night. Velke takes, gives to Miller, gets the first down off the left side, ahead to the 50-yard line. Kephart in on the stop as well as Hovden. So a first down upcoming. As let's look at some of the stats through 3 quarters. Total offense. Decorah with 246. Waverly Shell Rock with 98. Go Hawks have actually held the ball for 19-15. Decorah for 16-45. Holt Johansson 8 carries, 170 yards and a touchdown. Willis leading Waverly 9 carries for 33 yards. Decorah, both teams 3 of 9 passing. The difference, Waverly has thrown 2 picks. So first down at 10 will be from the Waverly Shell Rock 45, early stages, fourth quarter, 28-0. Decorah leads it. Dropping a throw is Velke. Velke under pressure, hit by Hovden as he throws the middle, incomplete. There was absolutely nobody home. He might have been looking to throw deeper, but Hovden put him into the turf back at about the 35.
He missed the swing guy coming right out of the backfield right away that was wide open. He ends up throwing a ball that honestly there was not a white shirt within 8 to 10 yards any direction of where the ball hit the ground.
Go Hawks left to right, 2nd and 10 from the 45, 11:26 to play, 28-0 Decorah. A touchdown from Qualley, a touchdown from Johansson in the second half after a punt return touchdown and a rushing touchdown from Josie Jewell in the first half. Give us to Miller, and he gets erased by Andy Hovden back at the 43-yard line. Miller brought down for a loss of 3 back to the 42. Andy Hovden having himself a game to open up 2012.
Yeah, you've said Andy's name a lot, Darren, on tackles. He's just been outstanding, just reading right where the football's going. Did a good job. I've been watching him hand fight. He's really been manhandling whoever's been trying to block him. He's been a load to try to block, and right there he showed why. Just more desire and passion right there shown by Andy to get off the football and make a tackle for the loss.
Waverly Shell Rock has struggled on third downs. They are 3 of 10. Give to Miller on a 3rd and 13, and he won't get anywhere as he tried the right side. As Sean Truan, Andy Hovden, Josie Jewell, James Osley all stack him up at the 44-yard line. Was that a white flag from Coach Hubbard there?
Brings up 4th down.
Yeah. Straight ahead handoff on a 3rd and about 12. Obviously didn't fool anybody because Darren called 4 Decorah names and they were all right there in the hole.
Thomas Foy on in punt formation. Waverly punting tonight for the 6th time. They're averaging 34-6 a punt. Foy moves forward, gets the kick away down to the near side. Josie catches that 29, head of steam to the 30, to the 40, and gets brought down on a solo stop by Waverly Shell Rock's Joseph Weber at the 42-yard line after a 13-yard return. So the punt goes 28 and a return of 13. So 1st and 10 Decorah from their own 42-yard line. 9:59 to play. Time for a ceiling drive as Bryce Pierce getting his first snap as a varsity quarterback. Kephart will still be at the center position. Hovden and Osley on the power side. And it looks like Smorstad is at the quick tackle right now. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. I formation in the backfield with Suvaroff and with Smith. Give to Dustin Smith off the right side. Skips over a defender across the 45 and brought down to the far side hash mark at the 47-yard line. Brought down by Austin Kane. It's a 2nd and 5 upcoming.
Nice 5-yard gain with help at the point of attack where the play was meant to go through the hole. We did get a hole to get him momentum, and Smith ran low and effectively for a good 5-yard gain.
2nd and 5 from the 47-yard line. Right now at that, it looks like, I believe, Cole Hamilton at that quick guard position. 2nd and 5 from the 47-yard line. I'll double check that as Pierce pitches, goes to Smith, turns upfield with Osley out in front. He gets inside the 50, inside the 40, and is leveled down near the 40-yard line. Chad Luck in on the stop, gain of 13 and a 1st down for Decorah. Good team play there, John.
Outstanding team play, Darren. I was watching our power side of Osley pulling from his guard position, just doing an outstanding job, causing some interference. You got to give credit to Michael Peter on that edge as well, causing some interference, and then Dustin Smith as well, the ball carrier. We're seeing where the hole was and exploiting that.
Peter's still at the tight end. Sweska is the wing back. I formation with Suvaroff and Smith. Split to the left side is Zach Scheller. 1st and 10, 40-yard line, 8:50 to play. 28-0 Decorah. Give off the right side to Suvaroff behind the blocking of Smith. Michael gets inside the 35 and down to the 32-yard line on a good tough run after some good blocking initially. A gain of about 8 yards on the play. He was brought down on the play by Austin Kane. 2nd down upcoming.
All 3 of our guys on the side the ball was ran off tackle. All 3 of them were off the ball before the 3 defensive guys even started to take any reaction, and that's why you get that kind of gain.
2nd and 2 from the 35 to the left side. Johnson, wing back left is Sweska. I formation in the backfield with Smith and Suvaroff. Tight end right is Peter. Pierce takes, gives to Smith, hole off left guard, inside the 25, inside the 20, down he goes at the 19-yard line. Bryce Miller brought him down. They'll mark him at the 20, a gain of 12, and a 1st down upcoming as new players coming on the offensive line, Josh Carlin and McKinley McCabe.
Outstanding job. Again, opening up gaps there. Was our power side. Hovden and Osley getting a well-rounded applause there from the fans. And just a good job again. Sean Trunin at the center position doing a good job opening up the hole up front.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. I formation in the backfield. Split to the left side is Edie. Wing back left is Sweska. Tight end right is Peter. Pierce takes option left side, keeps it inside the 20. He's to the 15. He's to the 10. 5. Touchdown! Bryce Pierce with his first varsity touchdown. 7:28 to play. It's 34-0 Decorah.
Well, we made it look easy there on a left belly 8, which is a quarterback keeper. Really, they didn't have one guy that took a good shot at him. That's how clean it was to the goal line. So a nice play on Decorah's part.
Kephart will snap it. Pierce will hold it for Josh Lee's PAT attempt. Swinging it from the left hash mark over towards the center of the field. Snap, spot, kick up, and it is good. 35-0. Decorah leads it as there is 7:28 to play, and we'll take a break for Randy's Carquest Auto Parts. 7:28 to play. It's 35-0 Decorah as Josh Lee will kick off from right to left as the Decorah Vikings with a pretty solid performance here in week number 1. Pretty solid performance here in week number 1 as they lead it 35-0. Bryce Pierce, Jake Qualley, and Holt Johansson with touchdowns here in the second half after Josie Jewell with a punt return touchdown and a rushing touchdown in the first half. Lee's kick is short, comes down to Tanner Hanks at the 25 to the 30, and brought down right there by a good amount of Decorah defenders. Zach Schaller was in on that, also Sawyer Wise in on that play as well. So new numbers into the game, and the clock is running now. 7 minutes to play, 35-0 Decorah.
The only thing that I'm wondering about, Darren and John, is Lee's kickoffs. He hasn't had one inside the 5 yet, but it might be by design that they're trying to go higher with the kickoff, but he hasn't had a lot of power in those kickoffs.
Velke in the pistol formation, given a wingback sweep to Seward, turns upfield across the 20, and Brady Dowley brings him down at the 22-yard line. It is a gain, or 32-yard line, a gain of about 3 on the plate.
Good job by Brady there to come up from a safety position and make a nice tackle to break him down.
And let's look at some of those new kids in the lineup right now. Subaroff is at the defensive end right now, and it looks like Ruiz is still at the nose guard. 2nd and 7 from the 20, or from the 32-yard line. Sweeping right is the wingback, a new player in the game for Waverly Shell Rock, Tyler Hemmer, turning upfield across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Hemmer gets 4. It's 3rd down upcoming, and we're already down to 5:47 to play. Sean Truen is in a defensive tackle position. Chad Courtney is in at the defensive end right now. Kyle Kane at a linebacker. Also, Andy Strand is in at the other linebacker position. One of the corners is Brighton Meyer right now. Velke gives to Miller, runs off the left side, ahead to the 40-yard line, and a first down on a gain of 4 yards. Waverly pretty much still has their number ones in the game right now, Coach. And you know what? I kind of like it, being the fact that you got your 2s and 3s going up against a 1. This is, I think, even more valuable game experience than if it was a 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3 situation. You agree?
I agree, because this is real varsity competition, and it's not junior varsity competition. You got a good point, Darren, that they do have their first team in there.
4:48 to play, 35-0 Decorah. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Velke takes the snap on a 1st and 10 from the 40, throws the left side. The catch is made by his receiver, Colin Wiltsey, across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Correction, that was Tyler Hemmer, and he was brought down by Kyle Kane after a gain of 7 yards.
Simple slant route there, just across the middle. Velke delivered a pretty nice ball. And good job, though, by Decorah as well. Yard after catch, there wasn't a whole lot of room there for him to run, as Kane was draped all over him.
2nd and 7, or 2nd and 4 rather, from the 47. Velke gives to Seward, runs up the left side, turns upfield across the 45 and gets dragged down at the 50-yard line. He's going to be close to a first down. Not quite, though. In fact, he will be just a little shy of a first down, and it will be a first down, actually. So 1st down and 10 from the 50-yard line. Another new player coming into the game for Decorah, Sawyer Wise. Andy Strand is in, a linebacker up front. Also is Riley Rue for Decorah. Dylan Henning at the corner. Brighton Meyer at a corner right now. Taking the snap is Velke, giving a counter to Hemmer. Hemmer breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets slowed down, and gets covered up by Kane with some help from Sawyer Wise at the 46-yard line. A gain of about 3 yards.
And again, a little counter on Waverly's part, and we had a shot at him on the line of scrimmage, but he pulled out there and ended up getting a 3-yard gain.
The right defensive tackle right now is Josh Carlin. At a corner right now, or at one of the safety positions, is Dustin Carey. 2nd and 6 from the 44. They throw the right side, catch made by Seward, bouncing right to the outside. He's to the 30, runs to the sideline, 25-20. Andy Strand will knock him to the sideline. Inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Well executed pass play for the Go-Hawks there. A gain of about I'm going to say 35 yards. It'll be a first down and goal. Deepest penetration of the night for Waverly Shell Rock. So first and goal, it'll be at the 9-yard line. Give credit to Andy Strand for some hustle there.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Andy for not giving up on the play, Darren. It looked like we had the coverage there, but he spun away. Give credit to the receiver there as well for making a nice individual effort.
Velke takes the snap on a first and goal, gives on a sweep to the left side to Tommy Bates. He fights inside the 5 and lunges ahead to the 1. Denied the end zone by Dylan Henning that time. And it's a second and goal as we go inside of 2 minutes to play.
I tell you, the running clock really makes the game move along. I think they started with the ball with about 7 minutes left.
7:28 to be precise,
okay,
Coach.
And here they are knocking on the door at the 2-yard line, but it's taken about 6 minutes.
So second and goal at the 1. Velke throws the right side. Catch is made, and a touchdown on a catch by Tommy Bates, who was open beneath the coverage of Dustin Carey. So Go Hawks get on the board for the first time tonight, 35-6, 1:24 to play in this one. As the Go Hawks take a little insult out of injury. And Thomas Foy on to attempt the PAT, the spot, the snap, the kick. It is up, and it is good. 1:24 to play, 35-7. Waverly Shell Rock trails Decorah, and let's take a break for Bob Standard. (35-7). Decorah leads at 1:24 to play, so back to regular timing for the final minute 24 in this one. But ever since really that quality touchdown to start the second half on Decorah's drive, there really hasn't been a lot of drama in this one, Coach.
No, we've had control. I thought from actually the end of the first half, even as far as being able to keep them out of the end zone, and we of course improved on. I thought we've improved on our play in the second half, Darren.
In all aspects of the game as well.
Yep. Defensively,
they were able to force 2 turnovers, and they were just a lot more sound here in the second half. And offensively, despite some rough edges in the first half, they got the job done in the second half. And definitely, they've looked better as Foy will kick. Slowing on the ground. It's taken there by Brady Dolly from the 29. He moves ahead across the 40 to the 43-yard line. So first down and 10 from that point. So Price Pierce and company have a minute 18 to run out here. And the one stat I promised you, Decorah now will win 5 of the last 6 against Waverly Shell Rock. In those 5 victories, Coach, Decorah's turnover ratio +10. In the one loss, -2.
Yeah, that's
pretty simple statistic.
Yeah, pretty important to have the ball. The other team can't score.
And Decorah is going to take a timeout just to get some things organized here. 1:18 to play. Overall, you're going to feel good about a lot of things you did tonight. 35-7, and at this point in the season, of course, you need to get better on everything. You got a lot of edges to polish off. After you watch this game tonight, Coach, what would you put at the top of that list?
Well, to me, we still got to be a little bit more diverse with being able to hit a little bit better on the passing game. That would be number one. and it's no hit on either the quarterback or the receivers, or a little bit on protection. We weren't as good on protection as I think you got to be in order to do some nickel and dime passing to keep drives alive.
And let's talk about that point a little more as time goes by. Connor Gaspin, one of the guys in the game for Decorah right now. Some new numbers in on the offensive line as well. Bryce Pierce is still the quarterback for Decorah. The center will be Easton Schmitz. We'll get those kids on the offensive line in here momentarily. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. The wingback is Connor Gassman. He'll go in motion right. Pierce gives it off the right side to Suveroff, but the play blowing dead before that. Some of the other kids up front. Nicholas Gosling is in there for Decorah. Also on the offensive line, Kyle Hageman in for Decorah. I think Josh Carlin is still over on the power side right now. Hogman is still on the power guard position. Dylan Korsness is into the game for Decorah. Cole Rohr will be in at one of the skill position spots. Gosling will be in at the quick tackle. I believe it's Cole Hamilton still at the quick guard right now. 1st and 15 back to the 37-yard line. Bryce Pierce will take the snap, gives to Dylan Korsness, and Kors lowers his shoulder across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Getting back to the passing game as a new player coming in, Jacob Franzen for Decorah. Kyle Kane coming in for Decorah, as well as Sean Denning. Do you think, outside of the protection, was it just a little bit a case of passing or timing on the passing tonight more than anything? And with timing, that'll improve as time goes by. We'll let you make the point here in a second here, Coach. 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Pierce with an I formation takes the snap, gives to Korsness, tries to bounce it left to the outside, protects the football, gives up ground, and loses back to the 38-yard line. Continue your point, Coach.
Well, I think some of the timing goes too with feeling you've got a comfort level that you've got more time to scan the waterfront to find the receivers. Although I have to say I saw 2 passes by Jacob Qualley, one on just a little out to I think it was Johnson, and one more long pass where he actually did hurry, but part of that comes if you've been hurried before, you think you got to get rid of it quicker, Darren.
And the clock has run out. The Decorah Vikings have won game number 1 here in 2012 as they defeat the Waverly Shell Rock Go-Hawks tonight by a 35-7 margin. And let's take a break here. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and be back after this break on Vikings Radio 1240 KDEC. 35-7, Decorah wins game number 1 of the season. As John Carlson will be down on the sideline with Coach Post here momentarily. Decorah wins game number 1 as they defeat the Waverly Shell Rock Go-Hawks. They led 14-0, added a couple of scores in the 3rd quarter. And let's head down to Coach Carlson with Coach Post.
Sideline with Coach Post. Coach, keep it short and sweet. We'll do that tonight. Good to get your first win of the season. Obviously, you saw some things like second half. You built.
Yeah, we did. First half started out pretty strong. And then we kind of got lax there. Probably the first third of the second quarter, they started to take it to us a little bit more, and we weren't able to execute things quite as well as we did. But our guys really played hard. I think the heat, it gets hot and then it gets cold, and the guys are really sweating. And I was a little worried about. We didn't really do too bad with that. It just seemed like we got just kind of banged around and not used to that kind of stuff. So that's what you need to do in a first ball game is find out that type of thing. But I thought our guys executed pretty well. We need to improve on some things, but I'm just overall very pleased right now with it.
Making any adjustments at the half in regard to blocking assignments, or was it just simply execution?
Well, we made a little bit of an adjustment. We were able to, find out exactly where they were lining up on us, and then we were able to make just a couple of adjustments on how we block. It is nothing really major. It's just, but the guys executed better. We had a little better angles because we talked to them about the angles, and then we started moving the ball really well against them, and we got a few 3 or 4 drives. We started playing football the way Decorah, way I'm used to seeing it there, and that's third quarter. We started surging off the ball, starting to get some big gains there. So they were keying well on Josie. Josie was getting pounded around tonight, so that's the way it's going to be for him all year long here. He's going to have to be able to do that, and other guys have got to step up, and the other guys did step up, so it was really good. I thought Jake Qualley did a pretty nice job leading the team. Just a shade here or there of completing a couple more passes, so could have been pretty nice. But overall, our line, I was very impressed with our offensive line. I thought we moved the ball very well, particularly in the third and fourth quarters. Even on our second groups, when we put them in there, moved the ball very well. So, it was a good night, a good hard-nosed Decorah football game. Waverly plays hard. They're a physical team, big team, as you could see, and it was a good opener for us.
And tonight, we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, that's head coach Bill Post. Back up to you, Darren.